This chapter is about how to do the configuration for the new version 2 apps within the sales and distribution area. And after that, there will be a demo of how to create a sales order in the new Managed Sales Order version 2 app. I would guess this is one of the most famous screens in the old SAP GUI. And finally, it's replaced with a more modern user interface that's easier to adapt and modify. That's worth a celebration. To show this to people that we want to convince to work in SAP is maybe not the best thing today with all the modern technology. Just a reflection I did, since I feel that there's a lot of data in that screen and in the subscreens in VA01. There is 34 different tabs with information, 55 fields with data on order level, 129 fields with data on header level, 141 fields with data on item level, and in addition to that there is content and table fields such as material information, pricing, and partner data, and so on. That's crazy. Moving on to the next generation. This is the new app. A cleaner look and a more user-friendly interface. Looks better, right? Let's move on with the system demo and start by checking how to set up the version 2 app in the system. Configuration of version 2 apps. This is pretty easy, and only one setting in customizing is needed to be able to start creating sales orders. To reiterate what we learned in the tips and tricks section, let's imagine we want to find the right path into the customizing app, and we know that the transaction code is SPRO. Just enter the old GUI app for VA01, create sales orders, fill in /n SPRO in the T-code field. Select Sales and Distribution, Sales, App-specific settings, and then Apps for Sales documents. Under that level, we can see all the relevant settings/apps that needs to be configured for the new stuff, such as quotation, contracts, sales orders, mass change of sales documents, automatic extraction, and customer returns. But don't be stressed, under each part it's not that much to do. Let's do our example for managed sales orders. Here we have one task and one task only to do to make it work. It's only assign sales order types. When you have a completely fresh system without any configuration, it's blank here. But for our demo, I've added OR for standard order. If you want to add something else, just press New Entries and fill in the wanted sales order type and then press Save. The exact same thing goes for quotations, contracts, and customer returns. And only this setting, Assign Types, is needed for these other apps to work. Moving on to the creation of a sales order. Press the space, Internal Sales, and then Sales Processing. Then Manage Sales Orders version 2. Here we have the possibility to either create a sales order in the new way or in the old way with VA01. Please choose the new way. Our data is already filled in thanks to our default values on the user. Let's create our sales order. Start by filling in the sold to party. In our case, it's John Johnson. Just choose a customer reference. Create sales order. Like a more modern website, we can fast forward to the different sections by pressing the tabs at the top, or we just scroll down to view all the sections and data. The terminology is the same, and also the naming of the fields, but in a better structure with fewer fields. Fields can be added or removed. More about that in other lectures. We have the general data at the top. We have the order data and ship to party data. We have the advanced data, terms and condition, pricing and billing, organizational data, partners. Press items and fill in our product. In this case, we have our test spare part again. We have the quantity of 1. And then we get item category, like always. We can choose to change the columns under settings to just add and remove the different columns we want to. And also, since you're working in a web browser, you can just increase or decrease the zoom of the web page to be able to view more or less information on the screen. Moving on to the item date. If we press the arrow or navigation to the right, we get the item data instead. So we have some general data at the top. Yeah, we have item data, terms and condition, and shipping. And then we have advanced data with account assignment, dates, written volume, and then delivery, basic data such as requested delivery date, priority. We have our schedule lines with schedule line category to see when we have a confirmed delivery date. We have the partners on item level, and we have the prices on item level. Below that, we have the text and status and blocks. If you change something, just press apply in the lower right corner. Back to the overview of the sales order. Let's check the price tab. Here we see the overall price elements. And they have different categories. So you can check, for example, all price elements, manual price conditions. We have the text on overall level and the status and blocks here as well, same as for the item level. And then, when we are done and satisfied, we can do the incompleteness check. And we see, okay, all necessary data has been provided. So then, if we are done, we create our sales order. Sales order and standard order number 12 has been saved. Thanks for watching this demo. Hope you enjoyed.